Okay, I'm back. So, I thought I'd give you a very quick flip through of this small book that I made from one of those smaller masterboards that was in that children's book that I'm revamping, I suppose, or repurposing. Again, this was just, oops, sorry. This page is one single page that I laid a lot of different stuff down on. Book pages mostly, and music paper. This is like the inside of business envelopes. I really like the little pattern on there. Book page, and a lot of coffee filters. These are all used coffee filters. I just put glue stick down and then I stick it down on top. And then I just sewed an X in each side after I folded it in half. Waited for it all to be dry, of course. Folded it in half, used a bone folder. And then I like to do some sort of a stitch along that. I don't know. I think it looks cool. I'm not sure if it actually reinforces it in any way, but it looks good, generally. And then I did an X on each side, the front and the back, and just top stitched around the whole thing. So this was a very simple sewing one. And I wanted to see, I guess, how fast I could make a journal. I did not reinforce the back page with anything. This, let me see. Oh yes, this was part of the page, and I liked it, so I tried to preserve that. I added this little library pocket in here that I made. I have a Sizzix, I think it was, that made this, and then it also punches out like the card that goes in it. Cuts, not punches out. And then these little tabs. I have a tab punch that I make tabs with. That was an old map. This was a fishing book, I think. Some sort of fish book. And that's just a stamp that was on a piece of cardstock. Some coffee dyed lined paper. And just some random, this was a random coffee dye piece. Maybe typing paper, vintage lined paper. There's just a lot of random stuff in here. This is a paper with a little bit of a texture on it. You probably can't see, like a linen. Brown paper. I don't know what that's from. Music paper. Just random stuff. Lots of random stuff. Stationery. And then this is a bag that I got when I bought something from an antique store that I put in the center. And then, oh, these were watercolor cards that I made. I taped off a grid onto a large piece of watercolor paper and then just randomly watercolored in the whole thing. All the grids just across the entire thing, and then stamped on it. So I like that. Cut them all out. Just random stuff. I believe this guy fell out of here. I should probably put a paper clip on this. I like to put a paper clip just sort of on the top to hold everything in, so I'm probably going to do that. This was the other side of the bag. I cut the end off and then did a half circle punch with just, well, this isn't the one because this is scalp, but you get the idea. And then this one has more stamped things. This is a, I don't remember where I got this. Coffee dyed paper, printed. Just some random stuff to write on in here. I try to keep this one sort of unisex. It's a little more masculine than some of my others. And these are the other side, obviously. Whenever I use paper with an edge like this, I like to keep it because I think it adds interest and character to your book. So, and then I glued an envelope to the back and put goodies in it. I have not added any stickers or anything. I might add like a nameplate or something to it, maybe like a sticker on here, and I might not. This, I had a long little notebook with these little papers on it, and I just randomly went through all of them and stamped something on every page and just very simply embellished with stickers and things like that. Another one of these. Some random papers, just scraps. These are just scraps that I thought could be written on, and you know, you can journal on all these little papers. You can put whatever you want in here. You could just fold a bunch of notebook paper and shove it in here. It's just a spot to journal. And if I don't put anything on this, like a nameplate or anything, then this envelope can also be written on to journal, which I do all the time in mine. I literally write on everything. Even when I have like this sort of a thing, if I don't have something glued on it or paper clipped to it or something, I write on all the white parts. And sometimes I just write right over the words or the notes or whatever. But if you look at this, there's so much white there. So much blank space where you can write whatever you want. Journal, or write scriptures on a lot of things, quotes. You could just write all over that. People will look at this and say, oh, there's no writing space. Yes, there is. There's writing space. You have to look at the negative space between all the decorations. I mean, I would write on this. I would write in all these spaces. A little quote could go there, anything. You can write all kinds of little things on there. Not as much on this side, but you really can. And really, if you so choose, you could write on the front of this or the back. You can just cover this entire thing. Anywhere that there's space for writing, you can write. You can paper clip pages in. You can paper clip tags in, or journaling cards, or just whatever. I just did this book together very quickly. I want to say maybe an hour? Less? I don't know. But that's it. I'm planning on making a lot more of these because they're so simple, and they're nice to keep in a bag or something to jot down thoughts or memories or quotes or whatever. All right, have a great day. Bye.